The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Matt, what's the show about, huh?
It's a comedy podcast for first and foremost. Let's unpack that baggage. It means It's a podcast, so it's something you listen to probably on your phone or your computer, maybe while you're cleaning.
Or in a pod.
Or in a pod, an isolation pod.
Like what Vegeta drives in Dragon Ball Z, those little pods they got.
Yeah, and we look at the funnies that we get online. What are those funnies? They're internet reviews. We know how wild those are.
You know what else is wild, Matt?
What?
A lot of people, a fun fifth grade playground fact is that the skin on your lips is the same as the skin on your butthole.
Okay.
Right? Did you know that?
I'm glad to know it now.
Okay, but see, I thought that was a bit of common knowledge. What really blew my mustard away was the skin on your lips is the same as the skin on your nipples.
I mean, did someone taste them all and say, yep, same stuff there?
Well, I think they just noticed how chapped, the regions can both get.
They've got, one of those fancy Venn diagrams with three circles. A lot of chappage. A lot of overlapping chappage.
They put chap and chap together. And then they said, see, when you tick my little lips and when you tickle my little nips, it kind of gives me the same tingly jingly. And they can both get chapped. Cut print on this one, Johnson.
Same stuff.
We got same skin. I have an awful segue into an Amazon review. It's a quick one.
Okay.
We'll see how much mileage we get out of it. This is from Amazon, the LGBTQ Rainbow Show Me Your Butthole Trucker Hat for men, women, flat bill cap.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay.
It's a trucker hat that says show me your butthole on the front. This review from Christina is titled My Husband Loves It.
Mm-hmm.
Husband has been wanting this hat forever. Fit him great, and he loves it 5 stars.
He's wanted it forever.
Since the dawn of time, this man desired one thing. He sat among a crystal throne overlooking the galaxy as though Thanos. And it was not the stones of power and time that he desired.
It was a show me the butthole hat.
Yeah, it was a cool hat that says show me your butthole on it. But what really gets me here is, at first I was taken aback by the support this wife was giving, but I'm a little touched as well. I'm touched and intrigued by this sort of butthole enjoying relationship that these two may have together.
Okay. Usually you're the skeptical one of reviews, and for me, I am an ally, I would say, of the LGBTQ community, but I don't claim to know every credo every motto that they have. I'm not sure show me your butthole is one of them. If it is, I guess I'm missing out. Give me a wristband with that on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It does say funny pride hat. It's got little rainbows instead of bullet points in the specs here.
Okay.
The only other place I've heard someone shout "show me your butthole" with vigor was I think I want to say at a NASCAR event on Channel 5.
Okay.
That interview YouTube program.
Yes.
There's a lot of boys that were into yelling "show me your butthole" at that particular NASCAR event.
See, that's the thing. It strikes me as something that are more oddly our conservatives would like to shout out and feel defiant in doing so. it calls to mind a certain phrase about another part of the anatomy and shoving it right up there.
Sure. But
But hey, you put that on a hat, I guess some hick's gonna buy it, and you got $10 in your pocket.
I don't mind if the conservatives and the LGBTQ community are battling over the "show me that butthole"
phrase
movement here, but I think shove it up your ass. That's for everybody.
That's not what I was.
Oh, shove it up your hoo-ha?
Shove it right up her.
Oh, yeah, we don't like that one.
We don't like that one. In case there was any...
We don't like that one.
In case you needed clarification, we don't like that one.
Without... Show me your butthole, we are tentatively excited about here. You know, we can be persuaded to be into this show me that butthole movement. But, yeah, shoving it up your mean word, your mean lady word.
Mm-mm.
Nah. If your significant other got you a present and it was a hat that said "show me that butthole" on it, how would you feel? I guess leaving out the variable that he's been wanting it for years.
Leaving out that variable, that's, oh, wow. If I just received a hat that said "show me that butthole," I'd probably be a little miffed. This is like a black trucker hat. I don't know. I want a nice
black trucker hat with the white back.
I want a maybe more fitted hat or something that's got like some water resistant coating on it, or it supports my favorite sports team or something like that. I don't wear hats enough to warrant an additional just like phrase hat.
What about this as a starter hat, you know? For someone who doesn't really wear hats before. Hey, I thought you might look good in this, pal. You're giving "show me that butthole," and I think it should just be more obvious. But I want to know, a lot of these other reviews are touting the amount of butthole they have acquired and seen. They've perused since rocking this hat.
I suppose it's the equivalent of a free hugs t-shirt. You put that on, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, creepy in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah.
Man, remember when the free hugs movement started and it was so heartwarming when that music video had the free hugs guy? And then I feel like it took a week before every festival in America had some creep with a free hug sign standing around.
I remember a girl at Six Flags Great America with a free hug shirt. I was like, I probably shouldn't just go hug this girl.
Right.
This doesn't feel normal.
Hey you, I see your fucking shirt. Come on, get over here, all right?
Offer it.
Come on.
No, gross. I
need the hug.
I do have a point about wanting something for so long and finally getting it. I remember going to Madison, Wisconsin to perform a little bit of improv, and walking the streets of Madison, I saw this shirt in a storefront window and it had bananas on it. But I kept walking. And I left Madison, I went back to Illinois, but the shirt was still in my mind. So I went.
You couldn't get it out.
I went on Google Maps. I dropped myself down there in Street View to find exactly where that was. It was in a rag stock. I went on Ragstock's website. I found that banana shirt, and I still wear it to this day.
So. That's all well and good, but
it doesn't make anyone show me their butthole. Is that
you're not getting much butthole out of this transaction, buddy.
That's true. I just know the satisfaction that this husband probably is feeling
when he received it, but not perchance the satisfaction when he was shown his first butthole.
Right.
Does he just want to see every butthole? I could understand. There's some buttholes out there that deserve to be seen. You know, that are probably fantastic. You know,
like on cats and dogs and stuff.
I'm not a big cat and dog butthole cute butthole enjoyer, but sure. sure. I was thinking more on attractive people.
Okay.
I'm sure Brad Pitt has a fantastic butthole, etc. But I'd be afraid of the kind of buttholes I'd be seeing, with this. But I digress.
You just gotta you pull the hat off if you see someone, if you see they're doing a little saunter up to you, you whip that hat off.
Wait a minute.
You put on your, I don't know.
They got that classic, I am about to show you my butthole jaunt.
Up, tap those brakes. Look at my hat again.
I put on my do not show me your butthole hat that I was keeping in my back pocket.
To clean this up, I have an Amazon review for Voss Still Premium Naturally Pure Water PET plastic bottles for on-the-go hydration, 16.91 fluid ounces, pack of 12.
They got bottles you can take on the go these
No
days?
kidding, dude, dang.
Sheesh.
Voss is the company, if you ever went to like Woodman's, maybe you've seen it there. They're like cylinders. And they used to be glass. I gather now that they are plastic bottles. Whatever. Glass is infinitely recyclable, as is aluminum. So do what you want, Voss.
Oh, yeah, the Voss is the one, and it's just like, it looks like a Ninja Turtles ooze container.
Yes, exactly.
Except much cleaner.
It's a perfectly clear cylinder with a silver cap on top. I have this review from Ruby LaCrue. Ruby titles to review The Non-Water Drinker's Water.
Okay.
And Ruby writes, this is the water for people who don't like drinking water. I feel like I'm swallowing air. This water doesn't even have to be refrigerated for me. For me, it's the lack of flavor. I taste nothing. Just pure water. I love it. No aftertaste, just perfect. 5 stars.
I hate that, bro. You know what my solution is for not liking drinking water?
What? Drinking tea?
Listen very closely. Okay, this is
Squeeze a lemon?
It's very complicated. There's a lot of steps.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking get over it. Grow up and just drink water. It's good for you. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, there are. Not that I go around sampling all the different artisanal and sundry waters out there. They're like, ooh, this is charcoal filtered water, and then it's in a black box. Or this is the Fiji. No human hands have touched it. Human other parts may have. We don't know. But the only time I've ever had bad water is at a terrible little bar in the middle of nowhere after taking an AP exam, and it's like, this just tastes like rusty silverware was in it.
Oof. So it was definitely Aquafina.
Right.
No, I'm and maybe I speak from a place of privilege as a water lover of all types, sans sparkling and seltzer. But, give me, I'll settle for a hot Dasani, not literally hot. I'll settle for a little Dasani. I like a good Fiji. I like a good smart water. Just give it to me. Tap it up.
Tap.
From a Culligan. That might be my favorite. That's just the sort of...
Shoot that stuff out the hose, man. I'm there for it.
I'll take a little hose sippy. Hose water be ice cold, yeah. Bro. Put that on a hot summer day, spray yourself with that hose, run through the sprinkler, get a little sip while you jump midair.
Yes.
As though a dog biting a frisbee.
I agree this person is stupid, but maybe for different reasons. The part that stuck out to me is I feel like I'm swallowing air.
Yeah. What kind of air you been swallowing that it tastes like Voss water, bro?
That it potentially drowns you.
Hold on, I'm getting thirsty. What the fuck is that?
It's a very different sensation. Swallowing air compared to swallowing water.
Breathing and drinking water is, I think, fundamentally in our human mind has to feel different.
Gotta be different.
Right?
You don't want to mix those up.
You definitely do not. You ever? Yeah. Someone was swimming in the pond and they saw a fish fucking breathing around underwater. They let me give that a try. Go underwater.
Me next.
Take a few gulps. Say, no, this is just like swallowing air. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous line of thought, isn't it?
It is. Speaking of dangerous lines of thoughts, I don't know if this one is. I have another review. Kind of a contrasting review to Ruby's, but
sure.
At the same time, maybe not. This is a review from Hello There. And they title the review, Bad Smell and Taste, Once Opened and Drank Some Over a Few Days.
What? I don't believe. I'm already
follow
skeptic.
Me. They write, my wife and I drink loads of water throughout the day and decided to try Voss water because of its reputation. And we were willing to pay more for a reputable product that we would likely be pleased with. We were very pleased with Voss water for a while, but if you don't drink the entire bottle as soon as you open it, it develops a disgusting smell and taste that makes you want to vomit. For example, this happens if I drink half the bottle, let it sit on my nightstand overnight, then drink a few sips when I first wake up in the morning. The same thing will happen in the fridge overnight. The longer it sits, the worse the smell and taste get. We have since switched to Core Water and Life Water, which we are overly pleased with. 5 stars.
I guess 2 things. We'll get overly pleased. You're so pleased you're pissed off?
We couldn't be more pleased. Don't ask us.
Get this shit out of my face. This is
try.
far too pleasing.
You're stressing us out with all the pleasure.
Yeah, that's like when you're getting a back rub and it's too good. You just got you start cramping up. But I do not believe this. I don't believe this to be true.
Unless they live in like a greenhouse or something.
Yeah, there's problems with the air. This is need a Dyson air filter fan
It
to
shouldn't
take care
be
of this.
that you have to drink the entire what was it? 16.91 fluid ounces instantly, or it won't be good.
You gotta IV that bitch up and fucking start squeezing
Suck
the bag.
it down, man. Honey, don't walk away from your Voss. It's gonna go bad.
Your Voss is getting warm. It's gonna taste like sewage. I leave Wisconsin tap water out overnight all the time. I'm sure there's been plenty of times where I've accidentally drank day-old water that's just been sitting around my room. And, it doesn't bug me a little bit. And apparently it doesn't bug them either. But I just can't believe that. What could cause this? Some sort of evil pixie that hates Voss water.
There's that. Like their house is built on an old witch's plot or something. Like one of those water diviners,
yep,
whatever you call. And she's just like, people didn't believe me there was water here, so now everything's gonna taste like scat.
Yeah, but just the Voss is what bugs her for some reason.
Right.
She doesn't like stuff that ends in double S.
Who would? Albatross.
You get that thing off your neck, bro. That's just an albatross around your neck. Let me see. Have a review from Yelp, a place that doesn't end in 2 S's. This is for the Get Dolled Up Beauty Lounge in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm sure their tap water there is just fine.
Great.
This is written by Thana Z. She writes, horrible service. No one come here. Literally ruined my hair with the most disgusting color. They started yelling at me and wouldn't give me a refund. I paid $300 for this bullshit. The stylist told me my hair would turn out brown, and it's straight up blonde. Destroyed my hair. Don't do it. 1 star.
Just dye it. Okay.
All right.
I've been to some fancy hair places before. Once upon a time, two or three times. I got my hair dyed blue, and then I got some bleaching action going on to blonde me up a bit a couple times. But then after that, I'm like, I can just buy stuff and do my own color. It's not that difficult. Granted, they have products and they're experts. Whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to look real good when they do it, sure.
But $300? Holy
three. Yeah, you got that's a bit. That's like
That's the cost of being a lady.
That's the cost of being a lady.
I don't know. It's not because even I got cut and color, and tipping, and I didn't pay near that much.
Sure, I'm sure you left a healthy little tip for your blue hairs and your blonde hairs. What really got me about it is it really that bad just being blonde?
I mean, most people can pull it off, I would think, unless you've got, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to be blonde for an afternoon before you get to go to Walgreens and pick up some new dye. I don't know.
Blonde is a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't think I'd look good blonde, but I don't think I'd cuss anyone out at the beauty salon if they made it a little lighter than I thought they would. But maybe that's just because we're big kids.
Yeah, we've all had those instances where, so how do you like it? How's it look? And you just sort of, yeah. Boy, I sure came in with a lot more hair than I'm leaving with. Yeah.
My sister recently got a haircut which she called the Tina from Bob's Burgers look.
Oh, no.
And she wasn't feeling too good about it.
It happens. It's part of life.
That's true. It's a bit of a character builder, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, that's something that I think unites everyone. We've all got in with the best intentions. We've gotten along with our hairdresser or stylist or barber, what have you. And we're thinking, yeah, this is going well. Until you're like, hang on. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I once asked for a light fade and just got my head buzz.
No.
So I was almost impressed that this salon person didn't know how to do a fade. It was impressive. Okay. Won't have to get another haircut for a while is really what I ended up thinking. This kind of takes care of business.
I mean, this is worth leaving a review over, I suppose.
Sure.
And yeah, you're spending money. That's sucky. But usually those types of places, even, God, you can go back to Great Clips and say, it's not exactly what I want. And they'll fix it.
That's true.
Seriously,
that's true.
It's their work. They're trapped there. They have to fix it.
There is a reply.
Ooh.
This is one of the places that leaves a reply to everyone.
Okay.
Mostly generic.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon.
This one,
Happy
though.
Pasta. This one, though.
You can hear them lacing up the gloves.
Jerry Beth C. Written just a week after the review.
Okay.
She writes, I am sorry you feel that this was your experience. You had showed your stylist the picture and she executed a color based off that photo and spent many hours doing your hair. Throughout your entire appointment, you continually complained about the price and stated your husband was going to be upset with you. You were satisfied with your hair, paid, and left, only to come back Saturday to complain about it. Being unreasonable and entitled, you said you wanted something darker, unlike the photo you showed us, and presented a different, darker photo. We were willing to look past that and offered to tone your hair, which would have given you your desired second look. You denied and insisted on a full refund for hours of work that turned out beautifully. Then you turned to screaming, demanding, and furiously shaking a bell, disturbing our other clients who were being serviced. From our perspective, you wanted to find a way to get a full refund, so you changed the picture that you initially showed the stylist to create a problem. I had 2 stylists state that the picture you showed them on the day of your service was lighter than the one you walked in with on Saturday. I am going to stand by my stylist.
That's awesome.
End reply.
Good. You should stand by your stylist. And holy cow, this... Oh, I can just picture the household. Like, the kid's on the couch. Dad comes down. Where's your mom? I don't know. Hang on. Where's the bell? Oh, no. She's out there. She's out there raising hell again.
Yeah, you just got to check the little smash if coupon unaccepted to get the little bell out. What kind of bell? What caliber of bell do you think she was wielding?
I am picturing like the what is it? The bell ringers for Christmas for those guys.
Yeah, the Salvation Army dingling.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be so funny. Just a pleasant little jingle jangler.
She started off as a soccer mom like anyone else. She had a water bottle full of pebbles or dried beans to shake during the soccer games.
The dried beans.
But one day she heard that clear, piercing sound of a bell, and she knew, oh...
You know I don't leave the house without my bottle of dried beans. In case a bear attacks, in case someone doesn't accept my coupon, in case I need to do a return. I need my dried beans in case I need to get someone's attention aggressively. There's so many applications for my dried bean bottle.
Welcome to Home Goods. We're having a sale on bells.
Let me get rid of this bean shaker. Straight in the dumpster. After all it did for her. After it saved her from countless mountain lions.
Now the mountain lions feed on beans.
And they're pooting. You can hear them coming on account of the little mountain lion poots. Oh, mountain lion, get out of here, boy. I was picturing one of the sporting event cowbell bells.
Oh, yeah. Those are... Ugh.
Painted with perhaps in the style of the Milwaukee Bucks based on the location
right.
of this place. Because you would never catch a Brewer fan dead doing something like this. Bucks fans, well, of which I am a part of, they're a bunch of rowdy rascals.
Yeah, ready to throw an elbow, for sure.
Wouldn't put it past them. Put a bookend in this. We're glad to see old Jerry Beth stick up for her employees. We need to see more
tall.
of that out there. I hope they got a picture of this lady, darkened, photoshopped up on the wall, said "Do not allow in." You know what I mean? I would love to run a business and have a wall of shame on it.
Oh, such power.
Yeah, just a monument to their stupidity and ignorance.
If you hear a sounding bell, lock the doors.
Jing, 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 jing. Jing, 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 jing.
Oh no!
Get down! The bell sound rings out all the windows. They explode.
Full refund.
Karens start rappelling in like a SWAT team. Shall we take a little break?
Let's take a break, my guy.
Let's break it up.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Reviewer Redux.
They're attacking their back.
This is the segment where we find those reviewers who tickled us in our special places. So we need to go to therapy, but once every 2 weeks we get court-supervised visits with them. Or they just wrote funny reviews or weird reviews, and we want to see what else they wrote. This time, I have the pleasure of going back to a certain Yelp reviewer whom we actually met fairly recently in the grand scheme of ReviewParty.com. Do you have any guesses right off the bat, Brent, on who this might be?
Yelping, screaming.
This yelping fool.
This is their first Redux?
This is their first Redux.
Did we like them, or were they out of pocket?
We liked them.
I don't remember.
Let me read the review.
Yeah.
Let me read the first word of the review for Harry and the Natives. Dilts digs this place.
Welcome back, D-Dog.
That's right.
The special thing about Dilts was, I was real apprehensive going in, real ready to be on the attack. But they won me over so fast.
Right?
They had a scoundrel's charm, if you will.
We are pleased to bits to be visiting Dilts G of Yelp fame. So I've got a handful of reviews from Dilts here. And I'll start out with Dilts' review of Seminole Reef Grill. Dilts writes, "This place does a lot of things well. Food, service, ambiance, reasonably priced, etc. Dilts had the tuna, which was sushi grade for sure. Cooked perfectly. I would recommend they take another run at their blackening spice. Seems to simply be Old Bay. Dilts runs on spicy fuel, but the Old Bay isn't working, and there was too much of it. 4 stars.
All right, Diltsy boy. I'm an Old Bay fan.
I like Old Bay too.
Yeah, that's probably enough to season some fish, but
if it's sushi grade,
maybe he's right. Maybe he's right.
Yeah, I want something special.
Yeah, you really kick it up a notch, as the immortal Emerald would say.
Yes.
Bam. He wants his chef to say bam, throw some spice on it aggressively, and then say, kick it up a notch. And then maybe the frying pan starts on fire and the audience claps.
Toss me some gochujang or something. Just let me go nuts with that. I'll run on spicy
Old Bay
fuel.
plus gochujang. That's now you're onto something, dude.
Worlds colliding. This is Dilts' review of Catfish House. Dilts writes, "Do you remember when you were growing up in New Jersey and you'd always be subject to those Sunday catfish dinners? Neither do I. However, I've spent plenty of time in S.A., South Alabama, where that was a rite of passage. Despite Dilts' lack of affinity for catfish, there's plenty of non-catfish grub on the menu, which is awesome. In fact, if I owned this place, I'd change the name to the Awesome House. Give it a try. You can thank me later. 4 stars again."
That reminds me, I had an idea for a name for a business.
Yes.
My aunt was getting her own salon, and she was thinking of a name for it. And I really thought "Fucking Awesome Haircuts" was a good name.
It rolls right off the tongue.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That is what I'm saying. This awesome restaurant, sounds a little weird. A little generic.
Awesome House.
Hey, where'd you get that haircut? Oh, I went down to Fucking Awesome Haircuts. No way. You ain't getting some word of mouth business. Oh, I got to see that place.
Kind of like Bam kicking it up a notch. Is what
Bam
you're saying.
kicking it up a notch. Throw some spice on someone's head, fucking slap them in the cranium. Bam! Kick it up a notch. When you come to Fucking Awesome Haircuts, you're in for a real ride. That place sounds good too, though.
Yeah. Don't worry, Diltz is going to take us on a few more rides here. This is Diltz's review of Backwater. It's a breakfast and brunch Southern American traditional restaurant. Diltz writes, 5 stars is not enough for Backwater. The morning wait for a table looks like the Moscow bread line. But as others have commented, it is well worth it. Diltz had the deep-fried French toast, which is not only great tasting, it makes you see in the dark. Beyond awesome. Mrs. Diltz had the omelet, which resulted in very little dialogue during the meal. Unless you count the time I spent fetching her the condiments on demand. This place is a don't miss while in Melbourne, 5 stars.
Mrs. Diltz is this Diltz with a bow on. Miss Pac-Man style.
They're both just chowing.
Just savagely devouring their omelets and fucking deep fried French toast.
She gives a little tap on the table.
Matt, I'm curious to as your take on it, but as long as it's worth the wait, I don't mind going with a few buddies and waiting in the old line for a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes that's part of the deal.
That's part of the experience for sure.
Obviously, in my mind, and I'm sure yours as well, is our good old Kenosha classic, Frank's Diner.
Absolutely. That place, speaking of which, that place has to have some crazy reviews. Have to have some opinionated people going in there.
You're so mean. I had to stand.
Well,
you know, when you're in the queue, there's no mystery to when your party of 2 will be called party of 4. You are literally standing in a queue. Maybe there's a smaller party ahead of you that might get a table first, but you know, you can work that out in your head while you got plenty of time to wait.
Yeah.
But I went to a ramen restaurant in Japan where you got to wait in line. Ooh. Oh, that was lovely. There's a place in Green Bay. I think it's called the Pancake Place.
Okay.
That's very common during breakfast times.
I have had to wait for the Rainforest Cafe, and it's been lovely. The food is just okay, but the experience,
right.
Seeing the gorilla go, oh.
The camaraderie you're building with your party and the people around you while you wait in line is irreplaceable. And you're undeniably going to be so damn hungry when the food comes that it's going to be great.
Yeah. Pass over the salt shaker and let's chow.
Speaking of Frank's, one time I went there and in the old college days, and I overheard a waiter bring back toast, and they said, hey, they wanted me to bring back this toast. They're like, oh, what's wrong with it? And he said, oh, they said it's too cold. They want it to be hot toast, not warm toast. And the grill cook said, oh, well, how hot do they want it? We talking lava hot? And the waiter said, I'm thinking we're talking thermite hot here, boss. And he said, okay, I'll see what I can do. Very loudly, definitely in earshot of the complainer's table.
I see. That's lovely. That's the kind of, slightly caustic experience you want.
Yeah, it just makes me feel like, man, the people working here are real people.
Yeah.
The bosses here let their employees act like real people.
Ain't no faking.
Right. That's sort of what you want. And if you're not a dipshit to your waiters, they're not going to be a dipshit to you. They are actually very kind and very helpful every time I've been there.
Yeah. You want to be their friends.
Right.
All right, let's close this out with one more final Diltz review. This is Diltz's review of Nonna Maria Restaurant. Diltz writes, been here probably 10 times, and it's been great every time. Diltz has spent a lot of time in France and knows a good bit about wines from the Piedmont region. For those that don't get out much or happen to be incarcerated, this region borders France in northwestern Italy. Piedmont is known for its wines and fall truffles. The wines from this part of the world are the best you'll ever have. Please don't try and run up Diltz with the super Tuscan type. Many of these wines are overpriced, however, if you know what you're doing, you can find some real gems. The sommelier at NM is that guy, and they don't clobber you with an offensive markup. The food is very good, and also very reasonable. the place is becoming very popular, and what used to be an easy reservation has become a bit of a challenge. In summary, this place resides on Diltz's Mount Rushmore of restaurants in the Palm Beach area.
Wow.
5 stars. In the whole Palm Beach area.
I think if we ever get the opportunity to go to Palm Beach, we got to hit Diltz's Mount Rushmore up.
Yeah, that's only 4 restaurants.
That's right. Right. 4 old white restaurants forever chiseled into the side of a mountain. Yeah, I mean, you think Diltz, he calls up a busy restaurant like this, they get him a cut in line, right? On the old reservations.
Come on,
anything
it's me.
For old Diltz.
It's Diltz.
Yeah, they let him have the special family room in the back of the kitchen.
I've been to
whatever
France.
Diltz wants. I'm Diltz. I've been to France. Read them when we.
This is
They don't
Mrs.
overprice
Diltz.
your wine.
She got a bow.
Yeah, I would just love to see 2 twins walk into a restaurant. One dressed exactly the same, except one has a bow, and just absolutely devour several meals. Very polite, except when they are devouring the food.
Can we get a refill on the ketchup? Oh.
Yeah, we're just bring us a pitcher of that cola. Yep, and water. We're gonna need bring us a pitcher of cola and water.
We
each.
get a mountain of napkins.
It's just gonna save you a lot of time here, but do not worry. We are a good tipper as the Dilts. The Diltses do not skimp on the tip, brother man.
Thanks, Diltz.
Yeah,
Catch you later.
Diltz writes Diltz's reviews have got flavor, That's all you can ask for these days. That is above and beyond. That's everything you want in a Yelp elitist. Should I read a little review?
Please do.
This one made me laugh. This is a review from Amazon. We've had reviews, I think, from this company before, or a similar one, but this is a different product. This is a review for the Malicious Woman Candle Company. Bitch, you got this. Pink chandelier infused with positive vibes, all natural soy, candled, 9 ounces. So this is the Bitch, you got this scented candle. Of course, clearly on the side written, Bitch, you got this.
Clearly.
This is, I didn't see the name. This review is written by Baby Varga.
Okay.
They title it, Smells Pretty, but Needs More Moxie to go with the name. They write, It smells lovely, and the quality is clearly there. However, the title makes me think it will be invigorating and energizing, but it's a pretty soft floral scent. Alas, it smells less like Bitch, you got this, and more like Bitch, take a nap. 5 stars.
Oh, I'm in love. That makes sense, though. That someone in marketing or branding, whoever, it's like I told you about that friend who names ice cream flavors based on a description.
Sure. Sure.
You messed that up.
The dream job.
The dream job. If you call the ice cream fudgy knuckle, but it's like raspberry ice cream, people are going to say, what the heck is this? I want my fudgy knuckle. If you call a candle, Bitch, you got this. I want to feel that slap on the ass. Excuse me, this foul-mouthed candle is getting to me.
I'd like to think of myself as a bit of a bad bitch, as much as I can be. I definitely strive in my daily life to be a bad bitch. If someone were to call
a Bic for her package of pens right here. Well, it's just the package, but that's to show I've destroyed it.
Yeah, you've used the pens to their fullest extent as a bad bitch.
Yes.
If someone were to call me a bad bitch, I would take it as the highest of compliments. But I think a lot of times before I go out into the world and do some bad bitch stuff, I could use a nap. You know, a nap is a necessity for my bad bitch behavior.
Got to charge those bats, right?
Right. You can't bad bitch on E. You know what I'm saying? You can't bad bitch on fumes.
You don't want to go out there on 13% either.
Right. Even if you got the battery saver setting on, you know, you want a hot 80 at least.
You gotta hustle. It's tough.
Yeah, if you're bad bitching, that's gonna drain the bats a little faster than usual.
People say, "Oh no, she's phony. She nosedived."
People are gonna think you're a good bitch. No one wants to be a good little bitch.
No.
I'm seeing here, and they have a description of the flavor profile, the scent profile, I should say, which is great. You know, I always like that when it's the name. I love an ambiguous, crazy, nebulous sort of name, abstract naming convention. But then they got in subtext like, "Oh, this is patchouli." Actually,
but what is it?
Here it's the pink chandelier scent. It's red raspberry and sparkling champagne. The incredible aromas of ice champagne mixed with rich, sweet raspberry and pink sugar are super fabulous and super strong. Both cold and hot scent throw is on point.
Pink sugar. It just makes me think, okay, sweeter sugar, right? Because pink lemonade is usually just pink lemonade. Sometimes they may add other stuff to it to give it slightly different flavor.
Yeah, the country time lemonade. They definitely add some of that sour sugar in there, and I love it. I love a good pink lemonade. I do recognize it as mostly aesthetic.
Yeah, that's fine though. That's fine. Sell me things to my eyes.
Do you have a review?
I do. I have a Google review of the Hoover Dam, Arizona and Nevada border. This Google review, this is a hydroelectric power plant, folks.
That's the sound of how those make.
This review is written by Carson Turner. Carson with a K, so you know it's a lady. I guess you don't. I'm just...
You maybe know it's a lady.
Carson writes, "The views were beautiful and the history was interesting. However, the staff completely ruined the experience. They were rude, condescending, and thought of themselves quite highly compared to the tourists. For example, a member of my group asked a question to which a tour guide replied, 'Some questions are meant for Google. You'll either find your answer or you won't. Besides, that's above my pay grade.' Nice. 1 star."
I can relate to both parties here, right?
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Kind of, yes. As a tour guide, it is your job to answer questions. It is your job to be knowledgeable. And if it is classic customer service practice. If you do not know the answer to a customer's question, you do not say, "I don't know." You say, "Let me find someone who can help us," right?
Nice.
But...
Yeah?
You're this dude, given... Where exactly is this place?
Arizona, Nevada, right in the middle.
Right in the middle of Arizona and Nevada. That's like basically being in the middle of Satan's butt crack and Satan's balls with how hot that place probably is. And here's the thing,
the skin there is identical to his nips and his lips, so...
Right, so you know it's sensitive.
It's saucy.
It's sauce. It is absolutely sauced in there. And you're sauced up on the devil's hot booty sweat. All right, you're having a bad time, and you got these fucking people asking fucking questions all damn day. How long before you whip out the "let me Google that for you" sauce? You know what I mean?
I do love let me Google that for you link. Just the nice passive aggression that you... There you go.
Yeah, he's just doing that in real life. You know, he's just kicking it old school. Listen, this goddamn, if I don't know it, is it worth knowing, people? All right, I've been trained. If you really got to know that, why don't you get out your freaking phone and quit interrupting my awesome tour and do a bit of Googling, all right?
Honestly, that could just be like a stalling. Like if they're in the dam, chances are there's no reception, and the person's gonna be like, "What the? My phone's not working." Yeah, keep trying, keep looking. You're like, "Oh god!" At least they'll be shut up for the next 5 minutes.
As they get enveloped closer and closer to the back of the the group of the tour,
Yes,
for just getting rid of them. You know, I would kind of want to see exactly what kind of tour we're going on. If this was like an independent, local history skewed type tour, okay. If this was a science-y, look at these cool things type tour, all right. And it reminds me, before we move on, of there's a show with, who's the guy from High School Musical?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. He's old and fat now.
Yep. He's
no hate on the fatness. We respect his choice.
Sure, it's just for a role, right?
No, I think I heard that he did it like, he's tired of being this exercise icon. He thinks it's an unhealthy image to project.
Okay.
So he now wants to be
dad bod.
A normal guy. Yeah, he wants the dad bod, repping the dad bod. As a dad bod haver, mad respect, my mans. But mad disrespect for what a dumbass he is on his stupid Netflix travel show.
Oh, that's right. I've heard of this thing.
Yeah, there's one episode where they are at I don't know if it's a dam or a natural spring or some waterfalls that this country uses for electricity, and he's asking how many gallons of water go through the waterfall a day, and they're just clowning on this really nice tour guide they have, going like, how many gallons? And he's like, we don't really talk in terms of how many gallons go through, but like, this is how much wattage, how many rotations comes through a day. And, he sort of answers the question in the language that the scientists
Right, I'm
use.
sure they're talking about flow rate, cubic feet of water.
Yeah,
gallons.
that kind of stuff. Exactly. And he gives the answer, and they look at Zac Efron and his co-host, and they're just like, and then there's like a voiceover of like, actually, it's this many gallons. Ugh. So I'm just feeling that energy. I think that's why I'm
what
fired
a crotch.
Picturing Zac Efron's dumbfounded face with his little stoner beanie on and his little bangs, swooped up bangs poking out from underneath it.
Gross.
Got me fired up.
Fired up in the devil's butt crack.
I'm infused with sass like a malicious candle. Thank you, my beautiful, beautiful made it to the end of episode listeners. Welcome to the Real Ones Club.
Whoa.
Thanks for joining us this week. It's been it was a fun little episode. Had some spicy reviews this week.
Yeah.
It just sort of sifted through the cracks, I think. But we love the vibe. We love the vibe. And if you are loving the vibe, we'd like you to know that we got new vibes every Tuesday. That's right. #Tuesday, Reviews Day. We got a new episode of ReviewParty.com sitting in your little podcast pod, waiting to be dissected, waiting to be launched onto some faraway planet so you can take it over for the Saiyans and have a monkey tail. If you have a funny review that you want us to make even more funny, to dissect and extract the funniness and bring it to new levels, because that's what we do on reviewparty.com, send a hyperlink or screenshot of that review that is funny to reviewparty.com at gmail.com. That's reviewparty.com at gmail.com. Include your name, because we'd like to give you some credit for your funny contribution.
What's that?
Matt! I don't know.
It's a bat. Okay, he's wearing sunglasses.
Cool.
If you were wondering where else you could send stuff to us, if you don't believe in email anymore, if that's like #dead, you can totally send us stuff on the social medias. Like if you're on Instagram or on TikTok, you can find us at reviewparty.com, all spelled out. You can also follow us there and like our junk. Not literally our junk, but our figurative junk. You can also find the same sort of junk on Twitter at reviewpartypod, where you can do the same thing. If you're not into that at all, what gives, man? You're just going around playing like Sim Ant. And
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that no one wouldn't be into our junk. You know what I mean?
if you want to try and find like the source of all junk, you can go on reviewparty.com, where not only will you find every single episode we've dropped and all the listening platforms. If you're sick and tired of whatever you're listening to, there's the blog, there's the shop. There's so much blue, and also maybe some hidden stuff just waiting to be found by you, the special chosen one. Are you special? There's only one way to find out. reviewparty.com.
Beauty. I'd also like to remind you to leave a little follow, a little subscribe, whatever it may be on your preferred podcast listening service. Hit us up with that. Hit that button. Maybe you'll get some nice, pretty notifications on your phone reminding you when we're making comedy. We love that. And also, wherever you might be listening, leave a review. iTunes and Podchaser are especially great places to leave reviews to help us out. And if the review is 5 stars and it is funny and or very nice, we will read it on the air. Then, Matt, should I talk about them bleeds?
Please do. Yes.
Please. The Nosebleeds. They wrote, performed, created our theme song, Bread for Breakfast. It was not created as our theme song. They created it. It was awesome. And we asked, hey, can we use this song for our podcast because we think it's really neat? And they said, yeah, sure. And that makes them cool dudes. Mm-hmm. And they have lots of other reasons that they are cool dudes. Their other songs also be good. What I'm trying to say is go to Spotify, look up Nosebleeds, one word, if you want to hear more of their awesome tracks. This is a review from Amazon to finish us off for the movie Seven by Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
According to Amazon. This customer review is by John Michelson. They write, my wife forced me to put 5 stars on it because she had a crush on Brad Pitt. However, it was a great movie, although I'd have to say Morgan Freeman was better than Brad, but don't tell my wife. But she doesn't read Amazon reviews, so she has no idea that I wrote one 5 stars.
You got her, dude. You got her.
Got her. Dunked.
Dude, you should say whatever you want. Talk about Gwyneth Paltrow. Woo.
Yeah, her head's practically in a box right here, as the old saying goes.